The biggest problem, I would say, in producing Tristan today is casting it, because since the work has been composed, there were always very, very few singers alive around who could live up and sing on the level that is demanded, whether it is technically or by the sheer size of voice needed or by the length of the roles, so stamina, and by the expression. Tristan is technically not a difficult piece to conduct. It is musically extremely difficult. There are many, many pages where you have to make a rhythm choice, a speed choice, a balance choice between orchestra and singers, which is very, very difficult. But it's not technically, there's only one famous place where the music goes in 5, and it's a little bit tricky, but basically it's not difficult. What's difficult, for example, is to conduct the beginning, and there's a wonderful story about this beginning. Whenever the motive of the beginning of the prelude comes in the opera, it starts on what we call a major 6. Only at the beginning of the opera, it comes with a minor 6. And there are lots of interpretations whether to why he chose at the beginning to use a different interval, and then at any other time it comes in the opera, it has the other interval. And there is a wonderful, a very interesting letter that the French composer Manuel Chabrier, when he heard Tristan in Munich for the first time, he wrote a letter to a friend and he said, "Finally, I have waited 40 years to hear the open A string at the beginning of Tristan." Open A string. The A is one of the strings in the cello, the instrument that plays this beginning. And we usually avoid playing on an open string because we cannot vibrate an open string. It sounds different than a stopped note, what we call a stop note with a finger. And this, not many people dealt with it, but when I read this, I thought, this must be true. Why did he change the interval to have a note at the beginning that can be played on the open string? And then I decided for the first time to try it out, and my God, what a revelation. It sounds so different because Wagner's idea was to start from the smallest idea, cell, and then develop it into this huge opera. And what is more naive and beginning-like in a cell than an open string, no vibrato on the cello? I'm very excited to do it here, of course, because this orchestra knows Wagner unlike much more, and unlike many, many other orchestras. And it's just wonderful to be able to do it with them, with a great cast, and in the Wagner tradition that has developed here in Seattle Opera.